Start. Sir, I am thankful to the honorable members who have participated in this debate and generally welcomed the measure before the House. Full stop. This amending measure of the Motor Vehicles Act, as honorable members may perhaps recollect, has had a very checkered career, and in fact this amending process started 10 years back. Full stop. It went to the select committee stage and a certain finality was given to it at that time. Full stop. Then it could not be pushed through. Full stop. Later events made it necessary for further changes to be made in the amending measure, and I should think that this amending bill has come at a very opportune moment before the House, when the whole emphasis in the context of our planning is on the development of more and more transport capacity. Full stop. I should like honorable members to view this question in that aspect, and if they do so, they will find that this bill provides for and enables various steps to be taken so that transport capacity can be fully developed. Full stop. There was some mention about nationalization, and I thought the opposition to it, if any, was very mild and had become thoroughly modified in the course of these few months. Full stop. It has come to stay, and that has been very well realized by honorable members who were not perhaps so happy as others regarding this question of nationalization. Full stop. So, let us consider what is the task that is to be done by the various transport systems in the country, rail, road, and so on. Full stop. There is a huge task to be performed by all these. Full stop. They have to go hand in hand and perform this huge task. Full stop. It is well known that the rail transport capacity that will be generated in the course of the next few years will not be able to move all the traffic. Full stop. We have said so on several occasions. Full stop. The allotment of resources for the purpose of railway planning and development falls very much short of the requirements. Full stop. Even as per the original targets, the railways have to expand their capacity by about 42 or 43 million tons, and the additional traffic that will be generated was calculated as 60 and odd million tons. Full stop. So even as per the original targets, there was a gap of 17 to 18 million tons, now certain targets have undergone an upward revision, for instance for cement production. Full stop. It is roughly calculated that the cost of the railway plan will have to go up by another rupees 100 crores to move these additional 50 million tons. Full stop. So when there is so much to move, and when there is so much traffic offering, there is no question of conflict between rail and road transport, full stop. Rail and road transport have to join hands and lift the traffic that will be generated, full stop. Viewed from this angle, it will be found that there is no conflict, full stop. One honorable member referred to this matter and said that the railways should not adopt a dog in the so and so policy, full stop. I have no difficulty in agreeing with him, full stop. The railways do not propose to follow a dog in the so and so policy, full stop. Perhaps the honorable manager does not know that we have taken various steps towards relaxation of restrictions on inter-regional transport which he was mentioning, full stop. He spoke from experience and said that he was a member of one regional, full stop, transport authority, full stop. Even as far back as 1994, this subject was considered and state governments were advised to relax the restrictions that they were having both on private carriers and public carriers, full stop. They were asked to give the utmost freedom to provide carriers, full stop. Perhaps, the position is not very well realized that in our country the majority of the trucks are only public carriers, full stop. In other advanced, industrialized countries, the majority are private carriers, full stop. It has been brought out in the report of the study group, which went into this question that perhaps 70 to 80% of the total number of trucks are in private hands, full stop. Here also in our country, the various industrial establishments, new and old, can really go in for owning and operating more and more private carriers, full stop. They can own a large fleet and can have workshop facilities also, and they need not complain against the railways for not carrying things, full stop. So the indication is that private industries and new plants and new units that are going to be set up can very well go in for owning a large fleet of private carriers which can carry goods over small distances, full stop. Of course, over very long distances it may not be possible to operate private carriers, though even there it will be possible to operate over long distances to some extent, full stop. So there is no question of any conflict, as I said, between rail transport and road transport, full stop. Coming to road transport, let us see whether the nationalization policy expansion of the state governments comes in the way of expansion of private road transport, full stop, overall.